and welcome to Kitchen Secrets with Surbhy. It's good to see you. In today's episode, I'll be teaching you how to make this rich dark chocolate fudgy rustic cake that's super easy to make. This dark chocolate cake is sandwiched with a rich chocolate filling and frosting. Whether you make it for a dinner party or as a birthday cake, it's sure to wow everyone. The best thing about this cake is, you know, it's made in under 1 hour and even the kids can try making it. Why don't I begin by introducing the ingredients for today's recipe. I have here 1/4 cup of flour या मैदा, 1/4 cup of sugar, ये घर की पिसी हुई चीनी है, 1 cup and 2 tablespoons of milk, 170 grams of butter. अगर आपके पास वेइंग स्केल नहीं है तो ये आप 12 tablespoons measure होता है. 2 eggs, half a teaspoon of instant coffee powder, half teaspoon of baking soda या मीठा सोडा, 1 tablespoon of white vinegar जो घर में आप सिरका यूज करते हैं, 1/4 teaspoon salt and half a teaspoon of vanilla extract या vanilla essence. And of course, the most important ingredient for a chocolate cake, half a cup of cocoa powder. The first step in this recipe is I have here the milk and I'm going to put this vinegar into the milk and let it sit for a few minutes. This is a very quick recipe, so to achieve that, what I've done is I've taken a 13 by 9 inch sheet pan. If you don't have a sheet pan, then you can take either a 8 inch or a 7 inch or a 9 inch 2 cake tins. I'm starting now by preparing the cake tin. Put some oil in the sheet pan. Just brush the oil around quickly, covering the corners and the sides. The baking parchment, I'm just going to quickly measure, keeping 2 inches extra on all sides. Just going to give it a rough tear and settle it in the pan. So here we have the pan. I'll start by creaming the butter and the sugar. So here I have like softened butter. Add the sugar. Start to cream on low speed. It's taken me good 4 to 5 minutes to get to this stage. I'll now add the vanilla. And I'll start by pouring the egg one at a time. Once the first egg is completely mixed in, I'll add the second egg. The next step is to prepare the flour. So I'll add the baking soda, the coffee, salt and the cocoa powder. Mix this together. That's how our milk and vinegar mixture will look. And now we'll start to pour it into the batter. So take half the flour mixture and sift it in, and half of the milk mix. Give it a good stir and then we'll start to do it. I want to keep this at low speed. Once the first batch of flour and milk has gone in and mixed well, I'm going to add the second batch. Sift it in. And add the rest of the milk. Mix it again and now start the mixture. Just make sure you mix in everything well. Collect the mixture from the sides so you don't have like lumps of butter and sugar separately in your cake batter. All we are doing at this point is just using the machine to mix the batter, nothing else. The batter is good to go in the pan. Spread it evenly across the length and the breadth using your spatula. And make sure you cover the corners. Cake is now ready to go in the oven. The oven has been preheating for the past 5 to 7 minutes at 180 degrees. The cake is happily baking in the oven. I'll show you how we make the filling and the frosting for this cake. I have here 1.5 cup of dark chocolate, 1 tablespoon of honey, half a cup of milk. आप कोई भी दूध ले सकते हैं, skimmed या whole, and 3 tablespoons of butter या 60 grams of butter. I've set up a double boiler here. I'm going to turn on the stove. In goes the dark chocolate, butter, honey, and milk. Always make sure there's a gap between the bottom of the bowl and the water in the pan. I've put the heat on low, and as you can see, it's beginning to melt. You want to keep stirring it to make sure that the heat is evenly distributed. It all starts melting, you'll start noticing a nice shine and gloss. We're almost there. Our filling and frosting is ready, and look how rich, glossy and velvety it looks. I'll let this mixture rest now so that it comes to a consistency where we can easily spread it like butter on the cake. It's been 25 minutes. I did the skewer test and it came out clean and the cake is out. I'm going to let it cool until it's nice and cool to touch, because we don't want our frosting to melt inside. While our cake and filling and frosting is cooling, I'll show you what I'll be doing with the cake to make it more elegant and decorative. So I've taken a few grapes that I had and some chocolate balls. These are crispy chocolate balls that are available anywhere locally. I have some chocolate gold color. I'll take a little bit and just sprinkle on the fruit. Give it a quick stir so that the gold color is coated on the fruit. Some light gold powder on the chocolate balls, and just give them a quick stir too. Literally instantaneously you'll see, and these colors are great. They go wonderfully on chocolate. And I have here some ferns here that are nicely washed and gently wet, which I'm going to roll in caster sugar. The cake seems cool and I'm going to demold it. So I have the wire rack. Quickly turn this upside down and remove the paper. Gently remove the paper. And here we are. Look how brilliant this is. Nice and wonderful soft sponge. The cake is completely cool to touch, and the frosting is also ready, and this is the consistency we want for the frosting. Our decorations are here. I have a plate that I'm going to dish the cake in. All the elements are ready and we can now start to assemble the cake. So I'm just cutting a piece of parchment that I'm going to lay on the plate on which I will place the cake. Now you need to cut this cake into half, so just measure it and just eyeball the half. If you have baked them in round tins, then that shouldn't be a problem. So just going to cut the cake. Place one half. I'm pouring the chocolate filling on there. Just spread it using your spatula. Looks decadent, doesn't it? Now I'll pick the other half and place it on there. Press it gently to pour more of this frosting on top. I'll just roughly spread it. and some more decadent. I'll arrange the grapes on the corners. This is what I'm going with, but you can use any kind of fruit, or if you don't want to use the fruit, you can even use sprinklers on top. I'll use these ferns on the side. Of these chocolate. Look how rustic and brilliant this looks, and it is so easy and quick to assemble. I hope you were able to follow along. This cake is so moist, fudgy, and quick and easy to make. It's super delicious, so do give it a try, and I'm sure it'll be a hit with your family and friends. Thank you for watching. Until I see you again next time, take care.